Hey guys, Mr. Black here. Today we're going to be talking about acceleration. Alright, so let's check it out. Acceleration is a change in velocity over time. Okay, acceleration does not just indicate speeding up, right? When we normally think about acceleration, you think of a car, like a drag race car going faster and faster, but acceleration also includes slowing down or changing direction. So even, a bumblebee that's moving all around, changing direction, that is also included in acceleration. So I've got a couple of examples here. So you're accelerating when you're speeding up. You're accelerating when you're slowing down. We call that deceleration. It's a type of acceleration. And then in this last one, just like I said before, you're accelerating when you're changing direction. All right. So just like this bee changing direction, it's accelerating. There's a formula for acceleration. The formula is going to be final velocity minus initial velocity. So also another way of saying that is change in velocity over time, or change in time. Okay, so the units that we have are going to be meters per second per second. So unlike velocity, which is just meters per second, this is meters per second per second. So we like to say it as meters per second squared. So next, we'll go ahead and get started on a math problem. We'll do a math problem together. So a jet starts at rest at the end of a runway and reaches a speed of 80 meters per second in 20 seconds. What is its acceleration? So what we have to do is So what we need to do first is figure out what our givens are, right? So we're going to be using the guess method. So first thing, what are our givens? It says that the jet starts at rest, so we know our initial velocity is 0 and reaches a speed of 80 meters per second. So that's our final velocity is 80 meters per second. And it gives us 20 seconds, so that's going to be our time. Next, we got to figure out what the unknown is. So it's asking what is its acceleration. So our unknown is acceleration. After that, we're going to plug it into the equation. So acceleration is change in velocity. So final velocity minus initial velocity over time. And then we're going to substitute what we're given and what we don't know into the equation. So we don't know what acceleration is, but we do know that the final velocity is 80, the initial velocity is 0, and the time is 20. So when we solve all that out, it's going to give us an answer of 4 meters per second for acceleration. All right, and let's look at the last thing that I wanted to show you guys. So what we should have gotten from the velocity time graph lesson is that in order to get acceleration, you have to look at the slope of a velocity time graph. So the slope of a velocity time graph is its acceleration. So in this graph, for instance, we've got a line, and so in order to get the slope, we do our rise over run. So the run is 5, and the rise is about, it doesn't quite hit 50 there, so it's about 49. So in order to find out the slope of the line, we do 49, its rise, over 5, its run, to get 9.8 meters per second squared, which is going to be its acceleration, right? So that is how you get acceleration on a velocity time graph. And that's pretty much going to wrap up my lesson on acceleration. So if you have any questions, come to your teacher's office hours. Otherwise, that's it. Mr. Black out.